Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamrio. Welcome everybody to If My Heart Had Wings, the Amane route. Last episode we tried to do as much of it as possible. This time, I believe what we're gonna do, since I don't want to replay every single event that is out there, I'm just gonna skip ahead until we get to the point where Amane's route begins, and I'll let you know exactly what has happened up to now. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and try to skip it as much as possible. Like all this stuff we already know and experience, we already experienced. There's no point of us redoing them again. I want us to get to the actual route part, to actually, the meat of the actual visual novel, see where the route actually branches out and differentiates. That's what I want to get to. Alright, so now we are to the point where everybody in the Soaring Club is at the garage, and this is like the last day for Amane, like last couple of days. She said to leave the blueprints, just kind of use them however we want to. And we went gliding, and that whole thing happened. Now we're at the garage. She said that, then what did she say right now? Well then, if I don't get going, I'll miss my bus, that's what she said. She said that, then she hung her bag over her shoulder. Wait. The thought that I was desperately holding inside started to overflow, and in that moment, I tried to keep them in check. Amanda was really going to leave. She was going to leave her dreams, her memories, everything behind. I don't want to let her go. My heart trembled with such strong feelings. She puts down her bag and turns towards me. I walk over to her, then take her hand. Aoi? Oh. Alright! Aoi, you the man. There you go. Oh, wow. Alright then. When it comes to Amane, Aoi's actually being very bold. Okay then. Perfect thumbnail. Love it already. Took forever for Aoi and Kotori to do anything similar like that. I pressed my lips against her. Amane is surprised, and her whole body tenses up. She looks like she doesn't understand what's happening, and her eyes are open in bewilderment. But that was only to begin with. Once she grasped the situation, the tension disappeared from her rigid shoulders. Amane closed her eyes, and then, entrusting herself to me, pressed her lips back against mine. Good job, Aoi! There you go! Rejected her first time around. now you went for it. There you go, buddy. Her lips were lush, soft, and delicate. There was a certain elasticity to them, and they pushed back against my lips. The feeling of sadness turned to feeling of adoration. I pulled her hand towards me, pressed my lips more strongly against hers. Amanda didn't refuse it. She accepted. The lushness of her lips spread to every corner of my thoughts. This was a pleasant sensation that I had never experienced before. Then, we slowly moved our lips away. It lingered for a moment, then the warmth from the two of us being so close soon disappeared. Well then. Is Aoi finally being honest about his feelings? I like you, Amane. Took him forever when he came to a Kotori about forever. And yet with Amane straight up. I actually like this route a lot better now because he was so straight up about it. I swear, it took us what seems like an eternity for him to finally admit his feelings to Kotori. It took him forever, years. It felt like years. It probably been about a year since they, joined a club together. Oh lord, and finally, there you go, Aoi. That's what you should do from the start, buddy. Not just as my I'm sorry. Saying the word senpai and trying to be serious about it's kind of difficult, but I'll try. Not just as my senpai, but as a girl. I don't want to let you go. Amanda looks at me with a troubled look on her face. I know. That's why I at least wanted to let you know how I feel. Amanda was going to leave. When I thought of that, I couldn't bear it. And before I realized, I'd kissed her. Amanda nodded with a kind of smile on her face. Then, reluctantly, I let go of her hand.
とびきりの思い出ができた。
She smiles happily and then puts her bag on her shoulder. Amane, I will draw my hand which was held out. Can I walk with you to the bus stop? Then, after many years here, Amane left the garage. She had no more regrets. With that, our short summer together was over. It's a little sad. Please tell me there's gonna be something more to this. Or am I gonna have to just skip forward for a little bit? No, never mind. I'm gonna have to probably skip forward for a little bit, aren't I? See, I don't know. I played Karawa Shoujo, and only after the first chapter, only then, there becomes a huge difference of which person you pursue after that. And it's mostly, I think, pretty valid for... It's pretty valid for all the characters. Like, at a certain point, there's a deviation in the storyline that definitely by the half of it, by the half of the entire visual novel, it takes completely different storyline. So I'm just trying to kind of test the waters and see at what point does the storyline completely derail with this route. Because I kind of want to see the actual story, the chunks of it. You know, I want to see the actual, I don't know, see the routes, see where they go. Because I mean, I already seen this. This is a great visual novel, by the way. If you find it on sale on Steam or something, I definitely recommend getting it. It is worth a playthrough. Even though you watched it, it's still worth a playthrough. It's like... Oh, what is this from? Oh my god! Is that a... Wait, is that a younger... That's a younger Amane in glasses. Oh my god, she is... Wow. I don't really have a glasses thing, but she looks really good in those. Really, really good in those. And that... Wait. That's Isuka! Wait, that's the girl on... Wait, that's the girl on the front cover. On the front cover of the actual visual novel. That's... Oh my god, that's Isuka. Oh my god. This is what I wanted. I wanted this backstory, like the actual meat behind it. There's a huge backstory behind Amane and behind like any of the routes whatsoever. Not whatsoever, but like any of the 5 routes. I think they're 5. And we're finally gonna be learning more about Isuka. Hopefully, I really hope so.
想像してごらん。自分たちの翼で自由に大空を飛ぶところ。具合が悪くなってきたぞ。私は高いところが苦手なんだ。あんたってほんとロマンのかけらもないよね。いい？大空といえばロマン、翼といえば自由。追いかけなきゃ夢を。人生長いようで短いよ。追いかけるのは構わないが、私はずっと地面に足をつけていたいぞ。それにほらこれ、モーニンググローリー。
It's a photo Isuka found in this old garage. There's a strangely shaped cloud in it. She looked at the photo with great fascination, as if she wished to fly through the sky without relying on the power of a glider. Just like in the picture, above the clouds.
アマネと2人でこの雲の回廊を渡りたいんだ。きっと人生で一等輝くようなグレートな思い出になると思う。
I don't like heights. It's so scary, my legs shake. I guess we're taking perspective of Amane now. Not to mention flying in the sky, above the clouds and all, just imagining it makes me tremble. But why? I would see those sights with Isuka. When I thought about it like that, it didn't seem too bad. Now, no, I thought it might not actually be a bad idea.
でもこのグライダーずいぶん古そうじゃないか。こんなので飛べるのか？バカだなあ、アマネは。生き返らせるんじゃないか、僕らの手で。その方がきっとドラマチックだ。
So Isuka apparently chases anything that's romantic or dramatic. I like her already, she's pretty cool.
どういうものだろうか。
It seemed like such a difficult task to restore a glider that had been thrown out and abandoned. And more than that, as far as I've seen, there's no evidence of phenomena like the Morning Glory in Kazagara, which within the past 20 years. For the sake of argument, even if it flew, it would be hard to imagine this phenomenon would happen for us this time.
心配いらないよ。僕が必ずここへ連れて行ってあげる。約束だ。
I was thinking, I doubt she can do that. But at the same time, I also thought, if Izuka says she can do it, maybe it's possible. It could have been the first time since I was born that I thought like that. I was in denial because I approached it emotionally and not logically. From that day on, Izuka and I aimed for the skies. With our wings, we would soar through the passage of clouds. The days I spent with Izuka glittered with rainbow colors, and before I knew it, I was dazzlingly chasing dreams with her. But one day, Izuka was suddenly gone. Me and so many unfulfilled promises were left behind. The world around me lost all color, became monotone once again. When I'd look out the window, I would see a sky so blue it hurt my eyes, and in it a cumulus cloud towering above everything. One aspect of this season is that the panoramic sky. It is magnificent in its scale, and it makes you feel it. In that I think of white wings riding the winds. Today they are thin, scattered clouds. This might be warm today. I want to fly, damn it. Oh, now we're playing as Aoi again. I'm impatient and only able to lift my eyes up, overwhelmed by the size of a sky. It was Kotori who called me as I looked up to the sky from the window. I was thinking this is perfect soaring weather. She comes to my side and looks up from the window too. Don't say that. The restrictions of the air conditioner in the classroom were lifted the other day, and it is pleasantly cool. Looking up at the blue sky from the right place is as refreshing as it gets. But if I were to open this window, a hot breeze would surely waft its way in. Looking out the window, Kotori mutters. Not sure why he said maybe it's... I don't know, whatever. Summer has come around again, and I still can't fly. Aga came into the classroom. It was after school, and there were only a few others around aside from us. Alright, you wanna get going? What's happening? Wait, is this the point where the story derails? Wait, is it? Oh my god, if it is, I'm gonna be really excited. If the story derails in a completely different direction after the first chapter, oh, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be actually really, really awesome. Because, I don't know, part of me wants to see like a completely original story and only just the first part modified. We'll see though. Kotori groaned and glared at the Kari. So, if there was a teacher who would stand in our club supervisor, we could get back to our club activities. Why not?
グライダーの運営には資格を持った指導者が必要なはずよ。けれど、この学校にそんな先生はいないはず。仮に我々生徒会があなたたちを部活動と承認しても、有資格者を抜きに先生方に認めてもらえるとは思えない。
She poked a sore spot. Until last year, Yamanobe-sensei, a glider amateur, worked here. The one who had the certification was Amane Mochizuki, and she was the one who was actually in charge. We don't say anything back and just keep our mouths shut.
じゃあ、顧問の先生と有資格者がいれば問題ないってことね。その条件をもしクリアできれば、我々生徒会はあなたたちを部活動として認めるべく、学校側に対して後押ししましょう。
Even though we were the ones that caused all the trouble? asked cautiously and Akari glared at me.
その問題についてはすでに処分を受けたはず。
What
こ
trouble?
れ以上の懲罰的対応は理不尽だと考えます。
What are they talking about? Kari spoke in a decisive tone and then went out in the hallway.
さすがに手強いね、新生徒会長様は。行きましょう、作成会議よ。
What has happened? What has happened? I hope somebody tells me.
おかえりなさい先輩。
Wait, they're already here? Wait. How much of a leap forward in time did we do? I'm so lost. Asa is already here, Yoru's here. In the Kotori route, they haven't joined until later. This must be like a leap forward in time. This has to be.
おかえりなさい。ただいま。お邪魔します。
When we got back to the Flying Fish Manor, Asa and Yoru were there to meet us.
どうでしたか？
Unless, oh my god, unless the visual novel actually forced you to play through the first one, so you got the general story through Kotori's route, and then Agiha's and Amane's and Asa's and Yoru's route open up, right? Or maybe they don't even play, or they don't even include that chunk of Asa and Yoru appearing if you already know what's going on. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
ごめん、ダメだった。そうですか。やっぱ最低でも顧問になってくれる先生を見つけないとね。部室どころか肝心のグライダーもない同好会がしばらく続くってわけね。
Everyone's shoulders stoop a bit when Yoru says that. She's right. Right now we're not a soaring club. We're just a soaring fan club. Weren't we called Soaring Society at first? Without a place to actually do club activities, or a gallery even. We're just a fan club meeting to talk about this and that. Why had it gotten like this? The cause goes back to summer last year. With the mane, we had our sights set on the Morning Glory. When summer ended, Amanda retired from the club and stopped coming to school. But even so, we intended to continue our club activities. Next time, we'll fly the Morning Glory. So we swore, and when we set out, it was like our departure was crushed by that incident. Under the pretense that we had too few members in a club, Tobioka abolished the Soaring Club without warning and tried to demolish our garage. To stop him, we stood at the garage in protest. Since Tobioka was forcing his way ahead and we were rushed, we didn't have any other way to stop him. That said, standing there we had a very small chance of undermining the demolition. Even though we knew it was pointless, we bought ourselves time while we appealed to the school and we were rejected time and time again. Anyway, the third day we stood at the garage, for some reason, the demolition was halted and finally repealed. At first I thought it was a lie to get us to come out, but after that demolition never happened and the garage stands behind the school, deserted and vacant. Oh, so the actual story actually changes. Oh, that is cool. I like that. People would hear about the uproar we made, about how the out-of-control Soaring Club protested. The school board caught wind of what we done, about how we halted the tyranny of Tobioka. Blah blah blah, etc, etc. I'm not lying, but I'm not sure if that's the whole truth either. Tobioka and the party cut down the opposition from the other teachers and tried to force the demolition. That much is true, or so I hear. Regardless of the big problem that occurred, the number of teachers showed the sympathy. Kotori, Agiha, and I were handed suspensions as a punishment for the fuss we had made. After that, without enough members, the Soaring Club was reduced to being a society. Also, the garage was declared off-limits and our glider was confiscated. I heard they were going to build a student dorm at the garage site, but the different place was secured and is already being used by the year's new students. Oh, this year's new students. That is so cool! So the story actually changes, like, drastically. So rather than garage being demolished and the glider being lost, it's still there. We still are a society. That is so cool. Oh my god, that is so cool! Okay, this is, at first I thought several events were gonna repeat and only it's like towards the end the story will like delineate on its own, but this is awesome. There are gonna be so many more episodes of this game. I'm so excited. So excited. That is why we had no place to do club activities and no glider. We were just a group of friends and not a club. Since then, the garage had been locked and our glider abandoned.
誰も使わないんだったら私らに使わせてくれたっていいじゃないの。
I know, right? Oh, Kotori. I don't know if we just finished her route, but I already missed her.
そうもいかないんでしょ、先生たちとしては。あんな学生運動の真似事みたいなことして要求が通ったんじゃ後々困るってわけよ。
We had good times back then, didn't we? I murmured deeply. Since then, a year had passed and we had become third years. What can I say? I think we're young.
あまね先輩がいなくなったばかりで焦ってたんだよね。
Kotori and I laughed spontaneously at what Akiha muttered. We were aware Amane was going to retire, but before we knew it, she was gone. She left us before we could even process how we felt about having to deal with the demolition mess. What Akiha said about us being impatient, it perfectly expressed how we felt then.
それが悪名高きガレージ占拠事件ってわけね。慶風学園の歴史に残る大事件ですよね。きっと後世に語り継がれていくんでしょうね。そこうるさいわよ。社会の理不尽に対し時として従順ではいられなかったってだけよ。
By the way, us and Yoru is still just first years. Twin sisters who just came here to the school this year. They're also tenants of the Flying Fish Manor and granddaughters of the school board's chairman. I like it. It doesn't make us go through the entire process of how us and Yoru got here because we already experienced it in the Kotori route. We're probably gonna miss out some things because we probably should have went with Agiha route. I think that's the hierarchy. You go with Kotori, Agiha, Amane, Asa, and Yoru. I think. Maybe there's another one. I'm pretty sure there are 5, but whatever. That's cool though. They didn't make us slog through what we've already seen. But thinking about it that way, I can't look them in the face after the stain we left in the school's history.
ねえ、あんたたちのおじいちゃん権限でなんとかならない？そういうこと言いますか？
I know, right?
いや、冗談だから。冗談よね、小鳥。もちろんよ。嫌だな。
Of course it's a joke. Of course. Be too convenient. Those two recently joined our soaring society. In fact, I hear they were on a bank of lake a year ago in the morning glory appeared. From Windmill Hill, they appeared to witness the glider flying the overpassage of clouds. That was how they got interested in gliders, but when they enrolled in a school, the Soaring Club had been abolished and the garage sealed. They recently moved into the Flying Fish Manor and met us, which is how they came to know about the Soaring Club. Thanks to them, we met the regulations club size again, and so today we went to see Akari so we could appeal to return to our club activities. But we were rejected, and dragged ourselves here in low
なん
spirits.
とかして部活に復帰しないと。ガレージもグライダーも取り戻せない。
That's true. The conditions for us to get back our garage and the gliders stored inside were that we returned to our club activities. This included the winch installed in the runway. All that was considered equipment of the Soaring Club that we, the fan club, were forbidden to use. On the other hand, if you just get out, if you can just get our activities reorganized, we can get it all
で
back.
もさ、新生徒会長があかりさんでよかったよね。
It really was quite a sight in last month's election. Akari was elected student council president.
どこがよ。言いくるめも泣き落としもきっと裏取引だって通用しない堅物よ。どこから攻略したらいいのか。
Sorry, that's exactly why. Because she's fair. If you're in the right, then she'll be on our side.
そうそう。普通の生徒会長だったら飛岡先生に睨まれた時点でアウトだったわ。
By not refusing us outright, Akari left us a path to tread. Despite the fact that we caused the trouble at the garage. If it had been last year's student council president, we'd have been told sorry the teacher's word is final. That would have been the end of it. But anyway, it doesn't matter at all. And that idiot Masatsugu, just for running, he got a sympathy vote and he was elected secretary. Well, now you know how he got Aoi got selected secretary. I've known the guy since we were children, and wondering if we're okay with him leaves me with extreme anxiety.
まあいいわ。部活として認めさせるためにやるべきことははっきりしてる。
We just need a supervisor and a certain
ちょ
mentor.
っと難しいけど探してみましょう。朝たちも頼んだわよ。はい。ええ。
Seeing the path we need to tread raises our
それじゃ
spirits.
あ今日の部活を始めましょうか。
What can we do as a club if we can't really do anything? Oh well.
これはウィングレッドというんですか。ただかっこいいからついてる飾りだと思っていました。
Asa said that as she looked at the diagram spread out on the table,
グライダーを構成するすべてのパーツには意味があるわ。無用なものを乗せて飛べるような余裕はないからね。
へえ。
Amane devoted years to drawing that diagram and left it behind for us. Oh yeah, the one for the new glider, I think. There's one thing we can do without a glider or place to do our club activities. That is understanding the diagram and carefully simulating the glider's build. If we were to really try to make one of those, what sort of process would be required? What materials would we need? What problems might arise? How can we reduce the time required for construction? How can the problems be solved? To understand the glider, it was useful to study the diagram and understand the function of each part.
先輩たちすごいです。私も頑張らないと。
この1年他にやることなかったからね。
We've done pretty much only this, working tirelessly the whole time. Deepening our knowledge has made this giant wings that soar through the sky feel much closer to us. Though we once had to rely heavily on Amane, I now think we need to learn more in order to be independent.
同好会に格下げされてなきゃ多分ここまではやってなかったよね。
Yeah, you're right. When I think about it that way, this isn't really a detour, is
え
it?
え。すべてが私たちの夢につながってるってわけよ。ね、小鳥。
She nods deeply.
いつかこのグライダーを私たちの手で作りましょう。それこの大空に。
My bad. Everyone nodded at her words. No one here doubted that dream.
ねえ、今週末行くよね。
Yeah, we already agreed to.
どこ行くんですか？
滑空場よ。葵くんの腕がなまらないように訓練飛行しに行くの。
グライダーで飛ぶんですね。
そうよ。あんたたちも来る？
行きます行きます。ね、ヨルちゃん。
気が向いたらね。
From here, if you ride the train for about 2 hours, there's a gliding range. You can practice flying a glider there if you pay for it. What I'm hiding is that I've been going there all year getting practice in. And the other day I got qualified. Every pilot's
じ
dream.
ゃあ決まりね。今度の日曜日はみんなで滑空場へ行きましょう。
At any rate, since it costs money, now that I'm qualified, I haven't been doing as much. We can't do anything without clubs, so going to the gliding range has been the only fun we've had. Well then, that's really unfortunate for them. The following week, we searched the school for a teacher who would become our supervisor.
すまんな。お前たちの気持ちはわかるんだが、俺も演劇部の顧問やってるから。
先生が演劇なんて似合わない。そうだそうだ。
うるさいよ。俺は今でこそ慶風学園で教師やってるが、本当は芸術家志望だったんだ。
Well then, I kind of remember this, although we can't skip still. That's a little bit... I don't know, see... I want to know if there's any escape. I'm going to be looking out for it just in case, because... I don't know. I mean, maybe this thing is actually big. Maybe there's actually a whole chapter through that I have to kind of... I guess, experience for it, like an original thing. This already... I think we already had this conversation before.
芸術はいいぞ。お前らもグライダーなんかやめて演劇部に入れ。
Okay, yeah, I remember this. He told us to join the drama club.
嫌です。お断りです。
先生ちょっと傷ついたぞ。
I remember this now. When the teacher we heard left, our shoulders slumped. And what's more is that they're my homeroom teacher.
やっぱダメか。
It's not going well at all. Making the rounds, talking to all the teachers who seem like they might help us out is getting us nowhere. Asa and Yoda looked around for supervisor before they joined the club too. At the time, there was no teacher on staff who would take our supervisor's place, and our chance was slim.
あいつが裏から圧力をかけているんだわ。
Kotori snorts, her face full of anger.
でしょうね。断る時の先生らの困った顔ったらないもの。
Maybe we can call in someone certified from outside the school.
それも顧問が見つかったらの話ね。
Yesterday, when we went to the gliding range, I checked with the Soaring Club that was there, and some of them had some interest. The glider would cost money, would be limited by places we can have club activities, and the average age for people at the gliding range is frightfully high. If someone young could instruct us, there were plenty of people willing to pitch in and help. Incidentally, young girls who participate proactively are rare
と
too.
はいえ、片道何時間もかけて来てもらうとなると結構大変だし。
Oh yeah, you're right. But it was still better than aiming at nothing. While we were saying these things and walking in the
お
hallway,
前らまだ諦めてなかったのか。
飛びおか先生。
Akihei immediately corrects Kotori, adding the teacher's title. It was as if he's been waiting for us. Tobioka stepped in our path.
先生方に無理なお願いをして回っているらしいな。
別に無理なお願いじゃありません。
もうそろそろ諦めたらどうだ。お前らのような札付きの不良生徒に協力してくれるような先生はいないぞ。
Tobioka speaks triumphantly. He brings up at every opportunity like he holds a grudge against us for halting the demolition of the garage.
せいぜい頑張ることだな。
言われなくてもそうするわ。
Unamused, Tobioka looked right into Kotori's face and snorted. Then he started walking. When he passed us, he said,
まあもう無駄な努力なんだがな。
he whispered to himself just loudly enough to be heard and then disappeared on the other side of the hallway.
何あれ。
Don't pay attention to him. He's just trying to upset us.
でもなんだろう、無駄な努力って。また適当なこと言って私らにプレッシャーかけたいんでしょ。そうはいきますかっての。さあ帰りましょう。
Well then, never mind. There is differences for certain events. Like this time we're seen as a hoodlums because we protested as loud as we can against the garage. Last time they just did it without our objections, so we're not seen as a hoodlums. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sam Rio. Welcome to Hello, what have we got here? Hello ladies, how's it going? Breasts are the treasure of humanity. I kind of want to say you could dress better.